Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright, guys, so I'm going to keep this video nice and short. Alright, I'm going to point some things out in this video that I think we should be paying attention to. We're going to point out the levels that we're going to be watching. If this thing pulls back, what are we watching? If this thing continues higher, where are we going to look for sellers step in? Alright. The first thing I am going to bring to your attention is that we do have this decreasing volume on this bounce 2 days in a row. That is not the best look. It is, pretty darn low volume we got going on here. I currently just pulling back up to the 9 EMA over here on the daily time frame. SPY, you're doing the same thing, except again, look at this very low volume. Now, we did have the daily RSI reaching oversold territory. All right. And I did already point out that typically, all right, once QQQ does this, it doesn't really stay down there. It typically likes to get out of there, and then that's all you're going to get. All right. But we could put in a major bottom if we were to come back down, revisit this. And at that point, we're going to probably do that at 408.71. So it would go something like this. All right, and if we were to do that, that is when you're full on just looking for a massive ripperoonie to come out of nowhere. Not to us, but to most people. All right, so that is going to be the case. Or we're going to continue this bounce. And we are very likely going to be getting something like that. All right, now we step down to the hourly time frame. And I will point out, okay, you had this downtrend. You broke out of this downtrend. If you're going to retrace, all right, the move that you just had from here to here was a 7-day move. All right, well, 10-day move. All right, so like a week and a half of downtrend there. Guess what? If you're going to retrace it, it's going to happen right here at 433.71. That's the bottom of the range that we were mentioning over here the other day in the weekly video. That is what well, actually, it might have been before the weekly video. We started talking about it last week. But yeah, on this rebound, 433.71, that is really the key level that I have in mind for over here on QQQ. And then for SPY, you're going to come over here to the hourly time frame. We got the same exact setup. All right, you come over here, retrace that. And again, this was like, kind of the same duration, except a little shorter, I believe, over here. No, it's the same thing, all right? They did the same move. Guess what? Broke that. Now we're going to be watching where you broke down from over here. All right, so we're watching 508.50. We did already mention these levels, but yeah, all right, above 498.22. Guess what, guys? All right, you broke out, and the next level to really be paying attention to was going to be, all right, once you did that, you were really just watching over here. Now you're watching a little something like that. Where do you see sellers stepping in? Right here at the 0.786 fib, all right? You had your breakout. All right, where's the next logical spot? At the golden pocket. That's what, at least what I like to look for. All right, that's just literally that's just me. All right, that's why we're going to be looking for sellers stepping somewhere over here. Now, in the end, this is definitely the one I am going to be paying attention to on SPY and QQQ. So if you're really going to draw a retracement here, I think this is probably going to go down exactly like how we talked about it before this happened. We said this was probably going to be starting, or we would get this opportunity right here. And I think we probably just started that opportunity. So now it's going to bounce back. Maybe maybe we're having that low volume bounce. We have another low volume bounce day, and then boom, a tech earning brings it down. I have absolutely no idea. Pull back, all right, and then we continue along the way. I don't know. All right, I don't know. But that is just a, just putting 2 and 2 together there. That could be on the table. Right over here on SPY, it's clear as day. This is where we're paying attention to. Is the low of this candlestick right here, 508.50. All right, if you can do that, see, that will be in the golden pocket that I was just pointing out here. Actually, it would be right here. All right, so golden pocket starts right above at 509.50. Okay, what if you came up here, did a big old wick, and there was that. Now, before we move any further, though, before we start really talking about, short-term price action here, the paths, likely scenarios, guess what? We do have this triple bearish divergence going on over there on SPY, and then we have the same bearish divergence over here on the 15-minute RSI of QQQ. these guys, when they pop up, they typically do suggest we're about to begin these pullbacks. You also have it over here on IWM. What do we got over here on DIA? Oh, what do we got? Same exact thing. So that is really what I want to bring to your attention in this video, guys. In the short term, we could be pulling it back. All right, we have the declining volume. That's why I spent some time talking about, maybe we get what we got literally last time, QQQ. You bounce, all right, bounce, maybe a low volume bounce. Guess what? Pull back. So maybe we're about to have that pullback, and then you go a little higher. All right. So on that pullback, where are we going to be watching? If it comes, all right, guys, if this thing wants to just gap up all the way up here, I don't know what to tell you. All right. From that point, we're just going to look for this thing to run to the golden pocket. We're looking for 433.71 from that point on. All right. And you can adjust this back down here. Right here, 433.71. A lot of confluence right there. That is definitely what I am going to be personally paying attention to. All right. And things are, guys, you got your warning sign down here at the bottom. You had this bullish divergence going on. You had a bullish divergence going on, and then you busted it up. So from that point, when you busted it down right here, it was right here at the low of this candlestick, because you broke this divergence from right there. All right, so right there, you were like, oh crap, this thing's going lower. So it did go $6 lower, but then you were like, oh crap, hey, right here on this candlestick, you broke under this low. So by the close over here at 414, you're like, oh crap, there's a bullish divergence at play here. So yeah, all right, and then you saw it play out. So that was that. Now we have the bearish divergence. So I'm just going to show you. You typically don't put these on and then bust them up. I'm just saying. And if you do bust it up, you're probably still going to get your pullback anyway. All right, they're forming for a reason. It just means like, hey, at least this is how I look at divergences. What's causing the stock price to go up is not really supporting it going up like it is on our chart. All right, that's kind of how I look at those bearish divergences. All right, the fuel, the gasoline behind the flame, it's a fake flame. All right, it's running out of steam. Okay, the gasoline that's lighting that flame, it's running out. That is exactly how I see this bearish divergence whenever I see it. So like when you see the bullish ones, you could just look at it this way, all right? Momentum is it's losing steam. The bearish momentum. There you go. Now the bullish momentum's losing steam. And guess what? Yeah, they typically form when you have these grinds upwards. All right, or these grind downwards. They see how it's like choppiness. Guess what? You had choppiness going on today, and yeah, now you got this bearish divergence. I would not be surprised on the come down. Now, where are we going to be paying attention to? Right here. You're gonna put that on, and let's just wherever this high is, that's where like, hey, you gap up right here. You put a clear as day top in tomorrow. This RSI still has this bearish divergence on it. You're like, yeah, this thing's probably gonna start stalling out. All right, slap this guy on there, this retracement. And it's still probably going to align with this level down here at 418.52. It's going to be the high of this candlestick right here. No, it's not. Is it going to be this one over here? No, it's not again. Where did I get this level from? Was it? Yeah, 418.52. I'm not bugging, guys. I'm not bugging. I'm not crazy. I'm a little crazy. It's okay though. All right. But you do also have this supply zone. Well, it was a supply zone. Now you have a demand zone. I was expecting sellers step in right there. You did not end up stepping in right there. All right. And from this point on, guys, all right, you're either going to get this. Yeah, then we're going to be watching that level. So we're going to call it like that. We're going to get something like this. And then you're going to get that. That's what I'm looking for. All right. SPY. What are we going to be looking for? Again, with this, you would expect sellers to be there. They were starting to step up. Well, guess what? Now you're just kind of, yeah, all right. You got this going on right there. You're definitely trying to flip it, but I don't think it's going to hold. I think you get that pullback. Where are we watching for buyers to step back in? All right, let's say the top is going to be in. We'll call it like that. All right, let's say the top even isn't in. You go a little higher tomorrow morning. It's still going to be right down here. It doesn't even matter if you come all the way up to the next level of 508.50. All right, you do something like that. We're just looking for something like that. I don't know what happens here. It's either going to go like that from that point, or you go back up here. And then from here, you have a few different paths as well. You could do that, or you pop up above there and you do something like that. You have a bearish divergence forming, or you're going to go like that. All right. So in a nutshell, that all of these different scenarios, at these different levels, they open up these possibilities. So in reality, guys, there actually are like 20 paths we just talked about. I don't know the exact math on that, but that's just kind of how that works, all right? Because every time you hit a level, we have these two different possible scenarios that can occur from that level, all right? And right here, you can now break under that. And if you were to break under that, so we talked about if you bounce at this level, now what happens if you break under here? We're just going to be watching 498.22. That is the next level we pay attention to. And from there, all right, you're looking for a bounce back up to 502.38. All right. So in a nutshell, guys, just you're going to hear me if you're just, just new to this channel. If you're not new to this channel, you've definitely heard me say it, level to level. All right. What I just drew out for you guys, this is how I think. All right. This is what I mean when I say play it level by level. We talk about the levels, the zones, and all of this stuff you really got to pay attention to here on this channel on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. And then we have a weekly update getting ready for the week every Saturday. All right. And this is what I mean when I say play things level by level. We're pretty much, we always got the right stuff on our chart. So just watch the things on your chart, watch the reactions that happen, and you can follow along with price action like this. All right, guys? So that's really what I'm looking for. Now, I know I have a lot of different paths we can be taking there, but this is really what I'm looking for. Okay? I don't know if you make it all the way up there. I don't care. All right? I am ultimately looking for this. Okay, that's really it. You're looking for that. I don't know if you make it up to 508.50. I think you will. I don't know if it happens right here or not. Now, did I think it was just going to happen all at once? I knew it was probably going to, start getting McSqueezy back up because shorts are going to take profits eventually. And that's, what these typically tell us, guys. Momentum. It's waning. It's shifting. There you go. It's running out. IWM, guys, you had this bullish falling wedge. You did have the bullish divergence going on here on the hourly time frame right as you came right into your demand zone. All right. Do you guys want to see something else? You did not hold the gold to pocket. You went slightly underneath it. And you were like, they disrespected it. They disrespected it. So there was that. All right. But what did you hold? You held your demand zone. All right. So level by level, guys. If you didn't hold that, you're just kind of looking for down here. At least I was. So, guys, when I start seeing these daily RSIs oversold, I start saying something. I'm like, guys, downside is probably like very limited from this point. And I think it was safe to say it was like once you start seeing it slow down, it was pretty limited. Why do you think it's going to go much lower once you do this? Now, I will give it to you. All right. DIA went sideways because this was the first sign I saw. And I was like, guys, I think we're right around the bottom. I will not deny that. Right when I saw this right up here, I think it was this day, I was like, guys, we got to be right here. It's got to be right at the bottom. Nope, DIA then went flat. All right, DIA went flat for another week as these guys all actually just kept falling. So there was that. All right, so no, we were not near the bottom. That is okay, guys. Yeah, you see what QQ did? Died. All right, DIA did not. If only we just, only tried playing Mr. DIA over here. That's okay, guys. All right, market's coming back. But yeah, you're watching the golden pocket on the upside there. If the price just wants to shoot straight up and burn these divergences, guys, there's that. But like, we're going to come over here to ES, and I'm just going to point out, guys, all right, you have that here on the hourly time frame. You have that on NQ over here on the hourly time frame. And yeah, guys, this is picture perfect over here. I think I was trying to point this out yesterday. This thing looked, destined to have some boom boom action going on here. Thought a reversal was underway. Reversal is underway. You had the bullish divergence going on over here on the 4-hour time frame, guys. Like, look for these things. These things, like, if they get burned, look for the next one to form. You had one over here. You had a shot coming into the zone right here. Guess what? It got burned. Let's just see when you knew it got burned. All right. Right. 2660. This is 2811. Okay. So actually, yeah, on this candlestick right here, at the close of this candlestick, you knew, no, the close of this candlestick, you knew your 4-hour bullish divergence, it got burned. Well, what happened to price, all right? I'm not going to say I'm always perfect with these things because I may know these things. I don't follow these things, Let's look at it this way, guys. We all got emotions. There's that. We do know these things are the case. And if you really do want to be a robot and, treat it how I'm talking right now, you're probably going to do really good. Guess what? You would have saved yourself 2.5%, and then you wouldn't have actually known there, like, if you were strictly going off a divergence here, guys, you would have waited until this candlestick right here started breaking on that low. You would have started watching it. And then by the close, so right here, you've been like, oh, there's a divergence there. And you could try a shot again. And that shot worked. All right. So that's, in a nutshell, how these divergences work. All right. Now let's get on to these individual tickers because, guys, all right, which actually we're going to finish up with IWM right here. We were calling for this. All right, this retest of 199.66, pretty clear that sellers were probably going to be right around that level. So far, they have been. Guess what? If you get above there, you're just watching this golden pocket. All right, that's it. All right, if you see a continued explosive move, boom. All right, that's all it really is. Or you're watching for that, and then boom. And then we're gonna have to see what happens there. Maybe go higher, and then there, and then boom. All right, possibilities. Boom, bop, bing, boop, pow. VIX, Mr. Crush. Get at me, boy. Let's move on. All right, GS. Yeah, listen, VIX, you want to talk dirty sometimes. You want to do some crazy things. I'm going to smack you back into place. All right, with my analysis. I'm going to say, VIX, I know you at this point. I've seen it time and time again. You're about to do that thing. And I'm going to tell you guys when that thing is about to do the thing, all right? I didn't know when it was going to full on VIX crush and we're going to get that rally starting back up. But I think now you're seeing the VIX is full on crushing. There you go. All right. Moving on, though, individual tickers. GS, guys, this is one I want to talk about right here. I think this thing is going a lot higher. It's about to have a fresh all-time high. I am quite sad that, I almost FOMO'd into calls today on this guy, and I did not. All right. But I really wanted to for next Friday. They were going to be the 430C. They're going for like 200 when I saw them, and now they're not. All right, next one we're talking about. Well, actually, I didn't even tell you guys what I really like about this. On the weekly time frame, guys, we do have a break and retest. But on the monthly time frame, this thing looks phenomenal. All right, what the heck is this? All right, this thing is about a pole A. You guys want to see some things? We played this exact setup before. Right there. You had that pennant going on. Well, it exploded. You broke out through here. Well, that, you had a really big move. Do you guys want to see what happened on the daily time frame? It was the same day. You had a $13 move to the upside. It's 20% past that breakout. You had that. What was the next one? We also, I attempted to play at the time. I didn't catch this move. Remember, I almost caught this day right here. But again, with those times Henry wants to FOMO and he decides not to, right? Well, that was, another one of those times that, boom, it would have paid out, except like very well there. All right, but guess what? We had the same thing going on over here, and from that point, you absolutely exploded. All right, pennant exploded. You see what I see? I see what I see. Okay, and on the monthly time frame, quite frankly, guys, I don't think you're pulling back all the way to 361. I highly doubt it. So, don't look for this thing to just keep dying. It could keep dying, but it's highly unlikely that it's not going to be the case. You start seeing things like this. All right, it gets down here. You could stay short, but, in reality, you don't know when this thing's going to do some beastly type of move. You don't know. All right. This thing's insane in the membrane. And you come over here in the video, it's also insane in the membrane. All right. You know how I was watching it right at the bottom? Because I was nervous. So I marked the RSI and I do this thing where if I am, down on something, I will see. When I'm at that point where it's like, this thing has got to turn around right around now. Like, this thing is so oversold. It's like, it doesn't get this oversold. So I got to keep myself in check so I don't sell my own stuff at the bottom. Guess what? Every time you get down here, it's you get a bounce. May not look like a bounce, but I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, you get that is a 15% bounce. What happens if you get a 15% bounce? All right. You're coming all the way back up here, and at that point, premiums skyrocket. You just saw a $100 move. All right, so that's some crazy stuff that, even that's what you're expecting when type of things like that happen. So there's that. Don't short. You could short the beast. I'm not going to tell you not to short the beast. People probably made a lot of money just going against me when I said, hey, you don't short the beast. But you know what? You shorted and maybe you made some money. I'm happy for you. All right, I did not make money off that. I lost money off that. That's okay. All right. NVIDIA has I've done myself dirty on NVIDIA. I can't say NVIDIA's done me dirty. There we go, guys. All right. CELH, though, I'm just going to point this guy out. All right. This is sexy. You're retesting where you broke out from. So notice how I pointed this out before in reference to what we got going on over here on GS. guess what? You got that going on CELH. All right. So I don't have too many setups to point out for you guys, but some of these look absolutely amazing. All right. I'm going to point out right here. You come over here tomorrow. This thing looks absolutely amazing. I think it is going to continue higher. I pointed this one out as well the other day. I think this, well, it's already hit where I thought it was going to go. You see these gray levels, guys? If you ever see gray levels on my chart, just know they're on the focus list for the week. And yeah, those are take profit levels. Beautiful. All right, right into the golden pocket. So I'm not going to put a lot of tickers on your radar here, but yeah, some things are moving and grooving, guys. You got Microsoft moving and grooving back the upside. I think that's going to do some good things. We called out Meta over here, but premiums are really juiced. So like I looked, even on the weeklies, guys, you're only making 50% today. That's insane. All right, Tesla, big gap up, all the way up at 160. Turn around for Mr. Tesla. Bears, I don't know what you want. This thing has died. All right. I really don't know why anybody would look at this thing and really want to continuously short it. At some point, it's going to snap back and it's going to be rather hard. And I think you're going to have a full on, move back up. So there's that. All right, guys. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your day and peace.